So this is the main screen of GreyHack. There's online mode, which is other players. The online universe is active 24/7. And then you have single player where it's only on your machine. When you exit the game, the universe in-game stops, which is nice sometimes. Then you have to worry about other people hacking you. Credits, there's no audio right now, so we're gonna hop into single player. It's gonna show a bunch of stuff. Looks like an actual loading screen. And then here is the Eclipse OS config screen. We'll do the username, and then we'll do password is going to be password, and then hit next. And then it will take you to the desktop. And then when you first start, you won't have any Wi-Fi networks here. It will, if it's the first time you're loading in, it will show you a tutorial, which I'm gonna re-enable that. We've received an email. Get to that in a little bit. So you can restart it. I'm not gonna do the tutorial because it's self-explanatory. I'll open the manual here and then getting started. First steps is gonna be connecting to the network because you can't do anything. You can contract out your own connection, but you don't need to. That just increases your speed. So the first step is the airmon command, which will enable the access card, which is your network device is usually WLAN 0. So you run airmon. And actually, since I haven't used this command much, if you do man and then the command name, it will show you how to use it. So airmon start, and then the network interface, which is WLAN 0. It helps if you spell it correctly. So airmon start WLAN 0, and now it's on. So now that it's on, you're gonna do IW list to get a list of the commands. You have to have the network device there. So it's IW list WLAN 0. WLAN 0. And this is a list of all the networks. The power is how long it will take to crack it. That is your signal strength. So AirPlay this command will crack the Wi-Fi password. They each have a password. So AirPlay-B, and then your BSSID, which is the numbers here. And we're gonna do the strongest one, which is 73%. So E1, 2C, ED, C8, E1, and then 2-3, and then we're gonna do E, and then that's the ESSID, which is the actual network name. So official 7G0R, and then it's gonna go through and get the acknowledgements there. And then you want to make sure that you get a nice good number, but there is a thing. So there is actually math that you can do to figure out how much you need. It is, let me get that. So the math, I'll open a notepad here in game. It is that divided by whatever your percent is. So it's that, and then divided by, in our case, 73. which we're gonna... You can write a program to do it, which I'll write in the next video. So we divided by 73. So it should be about 4,109. Which, let's make sure that's right. Yeah, we should be good. To exit, you do Control C, and it saves this file cap, which you can't actually open it. It is a binary file, of the binary file type, and that is used with GreyHack. So you do GreyHack and then the file location, and it gives you the password. So then to connect, it is, let's see. You can use a command to connect, or you can go up here, paste it in, and now we have internet connection. The first step when you get connected to the internet is making the email account. So we'll just do this. And then you also want to make the bank account as well. And then I usually will favorite whatever bank I use so I can get to it easier. And then once you do that, you will get an email. This is what you'll get afterwards. But this is your first mission that you will receive. And you do not know me. I monitor new users who register on remote machines. You want privacy. It'll give us access to the private server, which is what this is. But they need the credentials of this person first. In the mail config, we'll leave a configuration file with the encrypted password. So whenever you open your mail and sign into it, it leaves a config file with the email address and then the encrypted password, which uses MD5 encryption. Bank does the same too. And then the browser.txt is whatever site you have favorited. So it gives the remote IP. You want to download the Decipher program. You can put it in your home folder or put it in bin, and you can run it from anywhere in the terminal. So let's see. First mission, we're gonna need public IP is that. Name of the person that we need the email file from. Oops, we're just gonna type it here. STEPHAPA. And then that's their email address. So open up a terminal. Copy the IP address, and then we'll do who is, and that will get us, I'm not sure why that blinked out, and that will get us the administrator, which we can do. Social engineering will be the fastest way. So you copy their email. And then the person's name. Paste it in there. send, and then you get a response back. I just checked the network status, and everything seems correct. It sends you that person's username and password, which you can use to check, but you can get in with SSH or FTP, which are remote service protocols. But you'll want to run nmap bin, which is a program that lets you scan the network. So you'll do nmap 44198.250.138, and that says that SSH is on the computer, on the local computer, and it is open. So SSH, and then it is the username TARAJ at SPIREB, and then the IP address 44198.250.138, and then you can also do the port number if you want. We're connected because it changed from that to that, so we'll clear the screen. PS shows there is a root user connected and they can track you. On the first mission it will not. I believe it does not track you. This one actually has some different types of files there. We want to get into the config directory, and then scp-d will download. So you do mail.txt and it downloads it to your local folder so you can get out of there. And then open that up and it is that person's email address right here. And that matches. And then that's the encrypted password. So you'll run decipher, which needs the path of the encrypted file, so mail.txt. And then this will run, and it does damage your hardware. I believe it damages the CPU and goes off CPU speed, and then the RAM, which is already going down to 99 from 100. So close that. Close that. And then that is still going, and then you'll see money pop up in the account once the mission has been completed, for missions that we get money with. So copy the password, open the mailbox, and delete the one you don't need. Yep. So apparently the first mission does actually track you, and this is what you'll get. You receive 3 of these and the game is ending is over. And this is the end over notice that you get. 3 of them and then you're done for. And then it will be game over and you'll have to restart with a new computer. So then you just paste in the password, hit send, and there's a hack shop. So you can paste it in there. And this is where you go. You have the main page. Hack shop. And then tools, admin monitor. You get 20 coupons to start out with. You'll want it on the desktop. And it will show when someone's tracking you. Decipher, which is the program that came in, that's free. And then we'll go over these that one, oops, tools. This one automatically comes on the computer in the libraries right here, and it is the same version it starts out at, that one. And then exploits you can use, so if we map that one again, I don't know. Yep. Oh, here we go, we do still have that, so map that again. And then it's SSH and it is version. And then these are all exploits we can use to get in. It will give you the guest permissions and it will print the content of the mail folder, mail.txt. That one prints the contents of their binaries. This one lets you change the password of a remote user. And this one gives you access to a shell, which is this. It will give you a terminal into their computer, same as SSHing into it. And then these are jobs you can do to, some of them are academic changes. You have to get in, change the grade of someone. Credentials needed is the same as that first mission just did. Police records, you have to modify information in a police database. And it shows you the money you'll get for each mission. And reputation is your level that you're at. You start out at 0. Each mission you complete, you get, I think it's 100 or 200 maybe. Karma is if you're a black hat, a white hat, or a gray hat. These missions from the hack shop will bring you down. If you go to a police website, there's missions there. When you get to reputation level 2, you can then do missions for them and that will bring it up. Some of them, yeah, you don't have the correct reputation because it's rep 2. Find and delete a remote file. Wants you to find a file and then delete it that could incriminate him. Academic change. Corrupt data. They need the machine to stop working. So deleting a file that makes it so the machine doesn't work at all. And then the next time we'll do an actual mission from here. And then let's see. There are, and actually code the first program. There is also different websites. There's the shop, where you can get basic programs, start a server, crypto wallet, which is only usable online, and then you can buy hardware. There is also banks, which do the banks. There is school, nope, it is. There's university sites, or used to be. I'm not sure if those are still around. Police sites, which lets you do police jobs. You have to have at least a reputation of 2, where you either find evidence of a crime or you find the hacker's computer to find their identity. And you can also report them if you find them either from one of the missions or from just out in the wild randomly. You'll sometimes find evidence and you can attach that. There is also ISP websites that are new. Oh, where is one? Bank, email. There's sites like this which let you create your own coin. It costs $150 to make your own coin, and then you can use it to enter the wallet. That is a new one I did not actually know about. Let's do internet. So here, internet service provider, apparently we cannot access that one. There are firewalls, but that's for a later video. Here we go. Here there's different network speeds, and they each cost a different in-game month. On single player, the time for the month will pause, payments will pause until you go back in the game. The home internet will increase your speed. I did not mean to buy that. Okay, then. It changes your public IP address, and then you can connect to Ethernet, and you can do Wi-Fi. And you buy it okay, apparently you can't cancel. I did not mean to do that. Okay, then. And you can also RIT servers. You manage them with Config Lane, which is a free program. I wonder if you can cancel from there. So there's that network. With the root password used on all devices, you can create your own network, and it will cost to do so. Monthly invoice, and it shows you when the next one is scheduled going off the in-game calendar. It shows your bank balance as well. Shopping cart. Okay, so it will remove all the devices. Now you don't have a network, so then you can buy a new one. And it is actually, that might be a way to get a new IP address, change your IP address if you have the money for it. So right now we're going to close out of that. Delete that. I don't want the network right now. There is also, I think, car shop, random car. Or if you do shop, I did not mean to do. Nope, there are. Okay, there used to be car ones. These are random websites created by a player that only work in online mode. So get rid of that. Keep that. Just in case it gets deleted, we'll do hack shop. Put it on the desktop. Apparently I did not name that. Rename hack shop. There are no spaces, so rename hack shop. Close that. Cool, and then you can reboot to go to the main menu, or just shut down, which will exit the game.